Hey, 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 hey. What up? What up? What up?
Yo, what it do?
Nothing much. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the FearTheHive1155 podcast. I have my two wonderful co-hosts to my left, or wait, what I'm saying to my left. Yeah, over here is Jason, and over here is Steven. What's going on, fellas? What's going on?
What's going on?
What's up? What it do?
Wagwan.
You know what? Today, full Trini.
All day?
Yo, I code switch during the day. When I'm at home, this is how I talk normal to me. My kids, my wife, everybody understand this. It's just at work, they think I talk too fast. So you know what? With them. All day.
Boy, Jason, you treading on ice that might not be completely thick. You talking that accent, you never know what kind of response we're gonna get.
No, don't worry about it. We'll just put subtitles on him.
You know that meme with Olaf spinning on the ice?
Yeah.
That's me.
He said, today, all ice. Not even
All
gonna worry
ice.
about it.
All ice. There we go.
Welcome. And special welcome to our new listeners over on the Carolina Storm Radio.
Carolina Storm Radio, baby. My man Reggie. Oh my gosh. Started a radio station. He was like, yo, can we get you on? I was like, sure. What do you need, Reggie? Anything for you? Very good friend. I've known Reg since like 96. Yeah. Like some of these stories he can co-sign. Some of these stories he can co-sign.
We're gonna have to get him on the show.
We are gonna have to get him on the show. And let me tell you how I'm gonna get him on the show.
How's that?
We're gonna get him on the show because the last time I played basketball with Reggie, I dunked over his head.
That's messed up, man.
Okay.
We
were at Appalachian.
Right.
No. It's not an insult. This is straight facts, no cap. We were at App State, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was dating someone that went to App at the time. We were there. We were playing in the gym, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we were doing what we do. You know, I was a full 110 pounds lighter, which means I could fly. And it was like game point. Well, my man's perm, I believe was it perm? No, it wasn't perm. It might have been Dan. I don't know. All I know is they shot it from the left corner, like the left, right below the hash mark, and it bounced off the rim. And Reggie was getting ready. He was getting ready to rebound the ball. And I was like, game chickens. I grabbed it. I was like, boom! And then the game was over after that. Gotta get Reggie on the verify.
After that.
Yeah, no, this is it. That was it.
Messed up.
Yeah. Very good friend from high school.
He man like that.
Embarrassed? No, that's not embarrassing. It was all love. I didn't even talk trash afterwards.
Ain't no love.
They won on the radio. You want to talk trash?
It's not trash. This is me recounting some of the fondest memories that we've had together. Okay. Now, I don't think it was that fun for Reggie, but I'll let him tell his side of the story when he comes on. You know what I mean?
All right.
But yeah, so I'll put the link in the description if you guys want to check out the radio station. Once again, it's Carolina Storm Radio over on live365.com.
Right. And I will say this: if you listen to it, if you want good R&B, good rap, he does a couple of sets a day, particularly from like the 90s. He's a really good DJ. But if you like listening to the 90s while you work, I listened to it for about an hour before I got called into meetings and stuff today. So pretty good stuff, man. Glad to be on the radio.
I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, vibe to it while I'm working.
Same.
Yeah. Man, so what we got on the lineup today? What did the people come here for today?
That's the question. What do you think the people came here for today? I know what I came here for today. I came here for my soapbox moment.
Hey, you guys are always in my heart.
Right here. Right. You see it? Well, okay, that's your boy, Dominique. That's your boy.
Right.
First time listeners, Dominique is a Tesla owner twice over.
A fanboy.
And you could call him a fanboy. That would not be extreme. I'm not going to characterize him as that. But
I'm an EV enthusiast.
That's his guy. And his guy got on stage with the world watching and decided to Heil Hitler. Actually, he didn't Heil Hitler. He didn't say Heil. He He just did the thing that the Nazis did.
He might as well have,
At the inauguration of a president in the United States.
I mean,
that man put his hand on his heart.
If you can have,
why not?
No.
If you don't have to do it. I mean, if you're going to be accused of it, just go ahead and do it.
Exactly, but not only that, your boys know the president. He in power.
And what's crazy about that is he did it behind the presidential seal. I think that the optics of that is just.
But you know what? Elon is a very smart individual. He knows what he's doing. Yeah. There's a reason and a cause for what he did.
It's like in the MCU, you have like Hydra. They all walk at each other. Hail Hydra.
Now, Jason, I gotta give you some pushback. I beg to differ. I think that Elon was the uncool kid growing up. And I think that he got on stage, saw all of those white people loving him, and couldn't figure out what to do to show his appreciation.
A fuse blew.
And in his mind, he said, what better way to show my appreciation than putting my hand over my heart and then acting like a Nazi? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So you have a white South African.
Still white.
saying hi Hitler.
I mean, he's still, is he African American?
Yeah, he's born in South America.
I don't believe he's naturalized American. And even if he is naturalized American, he won't be for long because they're about to end birthright citizenship. So we ain't got to worry about it. We don't have to worry about it much longer.
There's a special provision in there for him.
That's a very touchy subject.
It's a touchy subject for me too. Because I got lots of people, lots of friends that I'm looking at going, you're about to hurt a lot of people, or at least put them through a whole lot of angst for no reason. I mean, they're not going to end birthright citizenship, but just the conversation for a whole lot of people. Come on, man. But yeah, we got that. What else we got, Dominique? What else they came for today?
Well, hold on. Interestingly, I think the stock was up slightly after he did that too. That's slightly concerning.
Why is that slightly concerning? You know what it is.
Why wouldn't it be slightly concerning?
The good boys are back.
Good old boys. We got the old boys.
Speaking of that,
good old boys are back.
Y'all president pardoned, all the J6 guys. All of them. I don't make with that what you will. We'll get to that. Jayden Daniels.
No. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Yep. We got shout outs. We got lots of shout outs.
We got the Eagles. What's up? Fly Eagles fly.
That is not on the show notes purposefully.
I'm sorry. I mean, we're
that out.
Commanders.
Thank you, Steven.
I mean, we got to talk about the Eagles too. You
left.
We got the Chiefs coming up this week. Biden's preemptive pardons. We got the question here. When's the last time you documented your life or relationship? That's a good one. That's what to do.
Try to get deep.
Ooh, I got a story for y'all about my kids today. We got Steve soapbox moments, and of course, are you not entertained?
Dominique, specifically for you, so you can get it all out of your system. What was your first crash out of 2025? That's the matter of fact. Let's start there, everybody, because I think the world deserves to hear Dominique work through the trauma that happened this morning. Dominique, would you like to tell us?
It wasn't.
Was it even your first crash out?
No, probably not. I don't know. I think my first crash out was watching the inauguration, but
okay, we'll take it. What happened this morning?
Well, the funny thing about real quick, just funny thing about the inauguration was I knew it was going to happen. But just seeing it was it was slightly triggering. So, but all right. We'll like I said, we'll unpack that.
Slightly triggering.
So this morning, my son, he's supposed to take out the trash. That's his domain. The trash, the dishes, the dishwasher, sweep, blah, blah, whatever. First off, he missed the bus this morning because it's cold. I do understand that. So he was tracking the bus on the Here Comes the Bus app, which is never correct on the location. That's mistake number one. Mistake number two, he didn't take out the trash when he left the first time. Then when he came back in and waited for his friend's mom to pick him up, which I could have, but he made plans. I try to treat him somewhat like an adult. So when he makes plans, I don't try to overwrite them. If he's worked that out with his friend's mom, cool, sure enough. Because I mean, when I see, there we go. Well, whenever I see his friend like walking, like because he plays on the basketball team, like if he's just walking, I'll give him a ride regardless. I'm trying to be a good neighbor. But anyway, he had 2 opportunities to see the trash and take out the trash, and he did not. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put it in his room.
Let's be clear. Put what in his room?
The trash.
Okay. All right. So, and just to make sure that we're even clearer, you were so upset and in crash out mode because he didn't take the trash out that you took the trash out. Because I was on the phone with y'all.
Yeah.
Rebagged it.
Yep.
And then instead of taking it outside, he took it upstairs to his room and set it on his desk.
Yep. Where he plays his video games. Yes, absolutely. 100%.
Yep.
I have no qualms about it because I'm like, well, if you're going to keep walking past it, I know one place you're definitely going to see it.
We listen, we don't judge.
Oh no, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of you. Good job.
Because the funny thing is, I got it from Jason. I think one time we were talking about it. It was just like, you know what? I'm gonna stick that in my back pocket.
Yeah.
And today was the day. I was like, yeah, nope. Because the thing was full. There was stuff sitting on the counter that he could have taken out. Because when he comes downstairs, he sits where he sits at in our house after he's done doing the dishes and whatnot is at our dinner table, which is like literally less than 3 feet from the trash, which I know he saw. There's no way you didn't see that. Absolutely impossible. And I just said
that man was busy, man. He had all the things he had to do to get ready. He missed the bus, so he was late. He's trying to live. That man is trying to live. Dominique, come on.
That's fine.
Technically, today is their Monday.
Exactly. And everybody has a case of the Mondays from time to time.
Mondays. Yeah.
And you know what his case of Mondays got him today?
What?
Trash in his room.
Nice. Nice. What did he say when he got home?
Oh no! So when he got home, he had to talk to my wife about something, and then I was like, "Hey, just to let you know, you didn't take out the trash today, so I decided to put it in your room." He was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, it's in your room." And I just walked off.
Why'd you tell him? Why didn't you just be like, "Hey, I left something for you in your room"?
I could have done that.
I wouldn't even have said that.
Honestly, let's see how this goes. See if he remembers the next time.
So he did take it out immediately, right?
Yeah, he took it out immediately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dominique said results.
But see, you're a good parent because the 3 of us know back in the day, it won't know me bagging it up and putting it in your room or talking to you. No. The only thing you hearing is the belt or the switch breaking the air on your backside.
Right.
That's it.
I mean, the next step, I'm gonna snatch him out of school, bring him home so he can take the trash out and then take him back to school.
Oh no, they beating you in the school. Public humiliation. Beating you in the school.
Make America great again.
No.
Gotta get back.
Next step, I'm gonna bring the trash to him at the school.
That's too much work.
Hey man. Say man.
Gas
you can't be taking trash to school, man.
Electricity cheap, so it's all right.
Yeah, electricity cheap. And plus it's not far from the house. Like I would drive it directly to the school, be like, hey, I need you to come out and get this. I need you to take it out now.
Crash out. Crash out. Y'all see why we put it on show notes? Ted man said, I'm gonna drive the trash.
I know this man did not drive all the way here with this trash where he could have taken it. Like
the principle.
Yeah.
You gotta stand on business with these kids these days.
Oh, for sure. Because I remind my son all the time, you are lucky. My father is not your father. You are lucky.
Yeah.
You lucky. I'm much more. And if you think that's crazy, I'm much more understanding than my father. This is me being understanding.
That's interesting. Jason, what about you? What was your first crash out of 2025? I know it's early, but we all have one.
Unfortunately, mine is work related because of my.
Can you talk about it, or
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Those
All
would be
right.
the good ones too.
NDR.
I know they'd be the good one.
Those are good ones.
I can look at
Not,
his
not,
face and tell you it's good.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Can you even
yeah.
talk in code? Can you let us know in code what he said? I can't. That's you know what? Off air, I want to hear about it. I want
But
to hear about that one off
you
air.
need a clearance for this one.
It's a legal issue.
That's fair.
Yeah.
My
My crash out. My
Yes,
crash out is
Steve.
kind of like Dominique's. I left to go run some errands
Mm.
and to buy some groceries, right? Because it snowed here in Houston, like 4 inches. Everybody's out of their mind. The snow's all gone. But
It's snowing right now here.
I'm glad y'all get the snow because we don't need any more because these people are crazy. They cannot drive in the snow at all. At any rate, I go get groceries, right? I leave the house and I say to my 3 kids, because we have this thing to clean the kitchen, there are 3 parts. There's the person that unloads the dishwasher and then finds all the cups and plates around the house and cleans off the table. Then there's another person that loads the dishwasher, right, and sweeps. Then the last person does the after dishes, the stuff that can't fit in the dishwasher, and then they wipe down the counters. That's how we get the kitchen clean. It's a team effort, right?
Right.
I left and I said, I'm going to be back at 7 o'clock. I need this kitchen done before I get back. I got back at 7:15. Now, it's not so much that the kitchen was not done. That was part of it. But the biggest part was I sent them a text on my way back. I'll be in the driveway in 15 minutes. I have groceries. And I got to the house. Nobody greeted me. Nobody came downstairs. Nobody helped me bring $300 worth of groceries in the house. Now,
So
I'm a
bad.
grown man. Look, too bad. Hey, all I need was 2 hands. All I need was 2 hands. Okay. Now I'm a grown man. I used to be able to do that by myself. One trip. All groceries get inside, right?
Hand
But
falling
now,
asleep and everything.
yeah, but now I'm not making the money, buying the groceries, and bringing them inside. It don't work that way. I'm sorry. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No. Either if I'm bringing the groceries inside, I'm not buying them. I'm not. If I'm buying them and bringing them inside, I'm not making the money. I'm sorry. That's not how it works. Not how it works.
Something's got to give, man. Something's got to give.
After I drug all 2 of those bags inside, set them on the counter, I was like, I went to the stairs, and normally I call them or I text them. If I text them, I go, to me, my X-Men, right? Or I call their names at the stairs, right? I went to the stairs. I was like, yo, and I waited. That's it. They came downstairs. They was like, I was like, listen, man, we got to have a talk.
Wait, how long did it take for them to come downstairs?
Oh, it took a good 2.5, 3 minutes.
Okay, we'll come back. We'll come back to that. We'll come back
to
that.
And granted, all I said was yo. I ain't say nobody's name. I ain't say come here. Normally, if I call your name, that means you need to come find out what I called your name for. Right? Right? I was upset, so I gave him some time. I said yo, and they came downstairs, and I was like, listen, clearly none of y'all wants to eat. Because I had to carry these bags in by myself. And if I have to carry them in by myself, they're going to be mine. And you will not have access to them. So what I need for y'all to understand is, if I'm coming home from the store, if your mother's coming home from the store, particularly if your mother's coming home from the store, you need to be carrying bags inside. That's just how it is. Right. Or just don't plan on eating that evening. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Makes sense.
So that was my crash out.
Well, okay. So
unpacking make me seem like I'm harsh.
Well, unpacking the part where it took 3 minutes for them to come downstairs, my son does and it irks me. I call him and he's just moseying along. I'm like, dude, once again, you're lucky that my father's not your father. Because if you're not there in 5 to 10 seconds, and 10 seconds is pushing it. Like you better come crashing through the roof getting to me.
And here's the thing. What I realize about this generation is that our generation, I don't know about your house, I ain't got no clocks in my house, right? Yeah, think about it. Think about
I
it.
do.
You have clocks. I don't.
The oven
right?
and the microwave.
Yeah, oven and microwave, but that don't count. These things are of my. This is like a condition that I created. I don't have any clocks. I didn't see any need to buy clocks because I have a watch and I have a phone. I always know what time it is. My children, on the other hand, because they're not clocks around, they don't believe that time exists half the time. So if I say 7 p.m., that's a fictitious number until it's reinforced or until they've been made aware that it's 7 p.m. So I'm working on that. But like, yo, y'all gotta 15 minutes is 15 minutes, right? 30 minutes is 30 minutes. If I say 7 o'clock, I mean 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
At any rate.
So if I walk in the house and I call them, they're coming. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. They can tell from my tone. They need to get here immediately. Not even no disrespectful thing, but it's, hey, here, please. I'll say please. I'm respectful.
Yeah.
They stop with they all come except for one, the oldest, because she always has something in her ear.
Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. I can see the fire. I can see so much
There's
love and so much
headphones
anger.
in the ears.
Yo.
So they can't hear anything.
Man.
I got to the point we have a running joke in our house. I will call her. She'd be standing right there by the kitchen. I'll call her. Come here, Jaylen. Come here. Come here. Doesn't hear anything. I'll get louder. Nothing. So we just switch it up. There's a fire. There's a fire. There's a fire. The house burned. Nothing. Nothing. And it irks me. It irks me. I have disregarded a couple of pairs of headphones before.
Yo, they got to understand. They have to understand that these headphones are not God. I will throw them away easily, quickly, without regard.
Here's my rationale: keep one in, keep one out. So
or
at least you can pay attention.
Or one on, one off.
Yeah. Like this, I hate the fact that I have to do this to get you to hear me, but I do this a lot. But yeah, I feel you.
Like it gets on my. It really grinds my gears.
Grinds your gears. Some of y'all are not old enough to remember that Family Guy skit.
It's like season 1 too. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's been a while, my friend. We're dating ourselves with that reference. Yo, okay, you said grind. Can I tell you about what I bought? I bought a meat grinder. I bought a meat grinder to go. So I got my wife a KitchenAid blender, you know, like the big, heavy, expensive ones.
Right.
And so she's been using it to make cakes since then. My wife makes amazing pound cakes, like amazing pound cakes. Like I can't never lose no weight. Huh? She made you a couple. They didn't make it out the house. That's not her fault. Not on her. Not on her. Am I allocuting? Yes, I am.
Absolutely.
But I bought a meat grinder. I saw a video. It freaked me out. I would tell you about it, but I don't want to freak you out. But I bought a meat grinder and I bought steak and I ground up steak. Like for the first time actually grinding up steak. Man, look.
Did you make hamburger?
Yes, I made so I made hamburger meat from it. I made meatloaf. What else did I make? Put it in some stew, made some spaghetti. I plan on making sausage sometime next week, right? But yeah, like it's relatively, you know how when you're young you think like a lot things are really hard to do as an adult.
Yes.
No. Like when I made butter last week for the first time, I was like, oh, this is all you gotta do. Yes, Jason, I see you have a question on your face. Go ahead.
But why?
Okay. The answer to your question is because the food is killing us, and I would like to live a little bit longer, right? That's the morbid response to that answer.
It's true.
I was actually going to ask what kind of butter.
Okay, so to make butter,
no, all you need not to make just this special butter or just regular spread butter.
Man, look, I will process you some regular butter with it. What you do with it afterwards, that ain't none of my business. Okay. None of my business. Now, all you need is some heavy whipping cream, and a stirrer. That's all you need, right? The thing is, after about 20 minutes of stirring it at a nice, relatively quick speed, the butter separates from the buttermilk. Take the buttermilk out, you strain the butter, you put it in a container, you have butter, right? Heavy whipping cream, the large container is like $5, right? Very good organic butter for 4 sticks, it's like $7.50, right? So I'm saving $2 a box of butter, right? And it's healthier, right? I can make garlic butter. I can make, matter of fact, you know the honey butter that you get, that you used to get? Ooh, I'm about to date myself. Texas Roadhouse and Ryan's. I'm going to make some of that next week.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm making some of that next week, right? Like that's a part of my plan. And so maybe I can get craft butter going and, sell that. I don't know. But it's not like it's hard. Oh, I made spaghetti from scratch too. I bought an immersion blender. Took some tomatoes, boiled them, peeled them.
I've been trying to get my wife to do that for the longest. Like, let's start making our own tomato sauce, because that you can control it better.
Oh my God! Put it in the pot, season it up. Well, actually, you saute the garlic and the onions. Then you put the in, and you put in the paprika, whatever else you want, and then you blend it with the immersion blender. And boy, man, my children were like, because we eat spaghetti like once a week. My children were like, this is the best spaghetti. I was like, I'm happy that you guys are enjoying it. But you will not get any more if I have to take these groceries in again. I will make all of this for me. All of this for me.
Yeah, I do check-ins with my kids. Like, whenever I cook, I'm like, hey, so how's dinner? They're like, oh, this is really good. I mean, I'm not saying, they don't like my wife's cooking. They love my wife's cooking. It's just that when I cook,
I didn't know you were going to be on the ice today, too. I didn't know you were going to be on the ice today, too.
Here's my wife's cooking. I'm like right here.
Good way to clean it up. Way to clean it up. But yeah, that immersion blender, man. Oh, I made some guacamole today with the blender. Oh my gosh. It's been great.
What can't you make with that, please?
I have it in my wish list. I need to go
ahead and
purchase on it.
Pasta. Walmart has one for like $30 is the one that I bought. Right. I went there. I was looking to spend a little bit more, and I saw that one. It's on sale. It's the Drew Barrymore endorsed it or something like that. I don't know.
Didn't it feel good when you've already got something in your mind, you already got the money to spend for it, and then you find it on special? You're like,
yeah, man. I was in the aisle with it over my head, like, I just saved $15, yo.
Wait, which one is this? This one?
That's exactly how I felt. Felt like buy one, get one free at the club, bro. I was happy.
No, it's not that one. Like people sitting there like cheering for you, like, yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yo, can we give our shout outs now?
Absolutely.
Who
wants to go first?
Oh, go for it. Y'all go for it.
Let me do this just in case somebody that knows me is watching, so they know I'm not a hater. I have on red because I'm shouting out Jayden Daniels. Right now, I hate the Redskins. I'm sorry, the Commanders with the burning fire of a billion suns.
Right.
However, I'm a fan of Jayden Daniels. Like this kid. He's freaking great.
Yeah.
Great. He played an amazing game. So big shout out to Jayden Daniels. Big shout out. Right. Oh, did you see there's a report that talks about the training that he's been doing? Right. One of his conditions. Yeah, one of the conditions of him being drafted.
Team he went to, he needed to have VR, and he trains at like 1.7 speed, 1.75 speed.
Yes. Yeah.
So his decisions are quicker.
So what he's saying is what I've known for forever. If you play Madden on the right setting, you can become a better quarterback. You can become better. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. Like that's very, very forward thinking. And I'm glad to see people using technology in that way, particularly people with brown skin, because that's pretty darn cool. Cool. So,
yes.
Let's see. Let me shout out my boy Chapo. Right. Okay. Real quick story.
El Chapo.
Chapo, I will explain. Chapo is my aunt's dog.
Mm-hmm.
Chapo's been in our family for at least a decade, right? I've had to chase Chapo down the street because he got away and all that good stuff, right? He had to take him to the vet, and he's better. So big shout out to Chapo for making it through his little medical event. We pulling for you, Chapo. Man, he a chihuahua, man. Like a rat chihuahua too. Like he sits on her shoulder. Yeah, no, I mean, nice dog and all, but me and him have beef. Like he got out of the house one time and he ran, and okay. So Chapo got out of the house one time because like somebody opened the door and we was trying to track down Chapo, and my aunt was in the street yelling his name, like you see, non-black people doing movies on the street, like Chapo.
No,
bro. I was like, they're gonna kick us out the neighborhood. You need to stop yelling. I'm gonna go find them. Please stop right now. I was like, please stop. Walk that way. I'll walk this way. I'll find the dog.
Yep.
And I had to chase him for like a quarter mile, but I got him. So
that's
I'm not chasing no dog.
Huh?
I'm not chasing no dog.
He's a family member, though. He's a family member.
And I have a dog here too. She's a family member. She can run out the house if she wants. I'm not chasing no dog.
That's in Jamaica. Hey, you gone? All right, player.
I subscribe to the idea. When I had my dog Polo, I would load up the garage so he can go out in the mornings. Mm-hmm. And I get up at like 3 or 4 in the morning and let him out. And especially when it was cold, if I called him 3 times, he ain't show up or I ain't hear him. All right, man, I'll see you later.
Exactly.
You better figure it out.
You for the streets now. You are for the
what's funny is every time I would close the garage, he'd come through right at the end, like, you're not crazy.
They ain't stupid
crazy whatsoever.
They know where warm shelter, food, and water is.
It makes a difference. It makes a difference. It makes a difference. Man.
I would say the biggest Mac move of within the last week was Biden pardoning those extra people. That man held that one close to the vest. He was like, "Hey, this don't touch the press until I leave."
Okay.
He definitely held that.
Can we talk about this for just a minute, right?
Please.
This is what's called a pre-emptive pardon, right? So normally you get a pardon, you do something, you go to jail, or you're convicted. President can pardon you after all that's happened. Write it out, sign it, you're good to go. You either commute it or you get pardoned or whatever. Biden was like, I don't trust Trump. So that man said, all of my friends, I'm going to pardon them before they're charged.
Yep.
So like his family, Liz Cheney, Fauci, like it's like a whole list of people.
It's not 1,500 though.
No, it's not. It's not 1,500. And none of the people that he pardoned, except for his son, were convicted. Not in that batch. There were some other ones that presidents do at the end of their term. They pardon, they commute sentences of people that have been convicted, people that are in federal penitentiary, things like that. But this was just, hey, don't mess with my friends and family. Okay, these people that worked for me, that were doing good work, you can't come after them in perpetuity forever, which is actually pretty cool. I don't like the president, but I get why he had to.
Right. Well, I mean, he was going up. Essentially, he's fighting a battle with somebody who's not necessarily rational.
Crazy.
So, yeah, you had to do what you had to do. So if any president was going to do it, it's him. I mean, Biden's a little older, so it was like, what you going to do? I'm old.
And he's the president. President retains full pardon power, and he's answerable to no one for the pardon power. It's the only reason why these people that are in jail have been convicted of plotting, planning, and executing January 6th have been getting out of jail all day since last night, since yesterday. Started at like 8 o'clock yesterday, something like that.
And that says a bad precedent because to me, in my book, if you didn't have a hand in these people and committing insurrection, you wouldn't pardon them. You wouldn't. You would let justice take its course, because, or you would say, hey, look, I'm not going to pardon them. Not necessarily thank you, but hey, you can't do that. You shouldn't.
Make a good point. You actually do make a good point.
But by him pardoning them, to me, I'm like, I think you had a hand in it. And then and going forward, it sets a bad precedence, because now everybody feels like that's okay, because somehow, some way, they could possibly be excused from that behavior.
What do you mean could possibly? They have been excused.
No, they have been saying, like, for future occasions.
Oh, well, see, the only reason that only matters if America's a democracy in 4 years. That only matters if the rule of law matters in 4 years, right? That's the only way that matters. If America's no longer a democracy, then none of it matters. A dictator can do whatever he wants.
Right.
Like, if there's no rule of law, then it doesn't matter. The dictator will tell you whether or not the person's guilty or innocent, and you just got to go with it. So,
So my wife, she claims me to be a closet Republican, because I'll watch Fox News, but it's only because I like hearing the dichotomy and the rhetoric that they're talking about, like certain.
Whoa!
Oh my gosh!
Please say that again.
Wow.
Word of the day.
Yeah, there you go.
How about that? Which one? Dichotomy or rhetoric?
Dichotomy. We got a rhetoric before.
We got a
you got 2 for. That's right.
But no, I just like that. I like to see, like CNN, because they're a lot more left leaning, versus Fox News, which is more right leaning. I mean, well, they're not leaning right. They're like completely right. Like they.
Yeah, I was about to say CNN is really kind of center left, right?
Right.
Probably closer to center than left.
Like, I mean, look, like essentially for the pardons, like that Biden did, CNN would say, okay, yeah, it's not necessarily right. We don't necessarily like the precedents, but we kind of see why he did it. And then like Fox News would be like, oh, he should be impeached like today, right now. Like, we should kick him out of the country. This is so unpatriotic and blah, blah, blah. But then turn around when Trump pardons 1,500 people, they're like, this was like a great act. He's such a great humanitarian and blah, blah. You're like, what? And I just like to see that dichotomy. But then also, like, for me being a military brat, tradition, military tradition, transfer of power, blah, blah, blah. I've been to a lot of those, like even like on an army base when a new incoming general or whatever comes in, you kind of see that as well. So, I mean, for me, I like to watch those kinds of things. Granted, I don't necessarily like the guy coming in office, but I respect the office for what it is.
By the way, everybody's a little bit Republican.
True.
No.
Sure.
How you come to that?
Jason, would you like to pay more taxes?
Hell no.
You're a little bit Republican.
It's fair.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
No, that's just being human. Who want to pay out more money than you have to?
All I'm saying is, Republicans, by and large, stand by. I don't want to pay it if I don't have to pay it.
Exactly. That's anybody.
No. You'll get people that say, I will gladly pay these taxes as long as you provide these services. Republicans are like, I don't care whether you provide the services or not. I'll take my money.
It depends. Yeah. I mean, if we had a government where if everybody's paying their fair share and actually distributing the money, to what's really supposed to go on. Okay, sure. I got it. I get it. Whatever. But because it doesn't, I think that's why I'm a little bit more of like, yeah, if I don't have to put it out, I'm not going to.
Absolutely. Does the military need that large of a budget?
No.
Come on.
Because I mean, we, by and large, we spend twice as much as all the other militaries combined.
Exactly.
We can cut that in half and still beat them. We don't really.
But you spending that much just to flex a muscle if need be.
It don't make no sense. Yes and no. Yeah, I'm with you though. I don't like the fact that they failed audits for like the last 10 years running.
Where the money has gone.
Oh, they know where it's gone. They just can't tell us.
But that's my money.
They know where it's going.
But that's my
They know
money. I need to know.
You thought it was your money. Ain't your money?
Yo, my kids asked, Dad, so why we pay so much taxes? I was like, what you talking about? It's like personal tax. Then I got tax on gum, tax on Gatorade, tax on ice cream. I was like, yep. It's like tax on your car, property tax. I was like, yep. It's like, what? Why so much taxes? I was like, I don't have an answer for you.
I can't.
I'm not an economist. I can't tell you why.
The Department of Government Efficiency.
If I could throw something through the internet at you at this very moment, I would. Man.
I can't do it.
The grift that is happening right before our eyes is no less than breathtaking. You know how hard it is to create an additional department of the government?
Oh, it is be pretty easy.
Insanely hard, right? Not only that, he didn't just say we're going to do one. He said we're going to do two. He said we're going to create Doge, and he said we're going to create the External Revenue Service.
The External Revenue Service.
He said that from the microphone on Inauguration Day, the External Revenue Service. We can't even collect income taxes from rich people. What makes you think we're going to be able to collect them from countries?
You're getting ready to practically like abolish the IRS. Like you're going to cut their funding. They're not going to be able to, process taxes the way they're supposed to.
Oh, it's not even about processing. It's just enforcement. That's the thing. Right. They can process tax returns all day. The fact that they can't investigate and enforce tax law on people that make more than X amount of money, I'd say $250,000, then, that's the problem.
Right. Well, and honestly, I watch a lot of tax strategy videos with people like AKA Carlton Dennis, not necessarily
Republican. Go ahead.
True. Yes, he's definitely a Republican. Absolutely.
Republican.
I'm not a Republican, but
they know all the rules. They know all the rules.
Right. And the way that they play that game, the tax game is, the tax code is there for you to take advantage of. And, it's one of those things where I feel if we need to learn to play the game.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's who becomes the millionaires and the billionaires.
Correct.
Is those that knows the rules and the loopholes of the tax law.
I don't like 45/47, but if I could benefit out of it, I mean, it is what it is.
With this being on the topic of, taxes and currency and stuff, you guys heard about the Trump coin, the meme coin?
Yes.
And
Melania coin?
Melania. I always mispronounce her name. I don't know why. Melania. I call her the alien.
You know what? Speaking of her, do you guys think that she knows the national anthem? Because they were singing it, they were singing it, and you can see Biden mouthing the words. I'm sure a lot of people were mouthing the words. You get to her, and she's just like with that weird head on. Just
two things. First of all, that's not her national anthem. That is not her national anthem.
No. If you're the first lady, that's your national anthem. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
No. That is not her national anthem. She was born someplace else, and she did not go through the standard naturalization process.
You're right.
So although she is an American, that is not her national anthem.
I'm sorry. Run that back one more time.
As first lady of the United States of America, that is your national anthem, ma'am. I'm gonna need you to learn it.
Run one back.
You said she's not a what now?
I said she's an American. She didn't come through the standard naturalization process, but she's an American. Huh?
If she didn't come through the standard process, then how does she become an American?
Oh, the story, and this is a very shortened story. She got one of those visas that allow you to come and go to school, and she never left. And then they got someone to fast track her through naturalization.
No comment.
That's why I say she can at least learn the words.
The cognitive dissonance of people that don't want people that are here and born here to be American, but will look at Melania and go, "That's my first lady, bro." Yes, chain migration. Thank you.
That makes no sense. But anyway,
Yeah, zero.
So
Absolutely. And yet you want to go out here and have mass deportation and whatnot. Like it's counterintuitive. I'm sorry.
you know what? He's smart. He ain't got to worry about no divorce paperwork. He ain't got to worry about no attorneys. He ain't got to pay no alimony because she ain't here. He might be on to something. Anyway, I brought up that up because supposedly.
What? How did you end up there? What were the steps that your brain went from she is not an American to he won't have to pay alimony? I don't understand.
I mean, look, at this point, this man has beat everything else. I mean, he's got a plan.
Teflon Don.
He's got a plan.
Teflon.
We may not like him as a president, but he's a very good businessman. He's a smart and strategic businessman.
I'm sorry. Would you like to say that again for the people?
No, I would not. I would not like to say it again. But
how is he a good businessman? I'm sorry. Just humor me, please.
How many times has he filed bankruptcy?
Like 8. What are you talking about?
Okay, he's filed bankruptcy 8 times, right? Is he bankrupt?
No.
We don't know how. Yes.
Some, not as much. He only has some.
Oh, he's got lots of it.
Well, I mean now, yeah, because he can't keep his foot on the moat. But
I mean, I don't think he's filed bankruptcy. His businesses have filed.
Businesses, exactly, correct. So anyway, I say all that to say
a distinction without a difference, right? That's like saying Donald Trump has a personal wealth of billions of dollars. He does not personally have billions of dollars. His businesses do.
Right.
But okay, he's a good businessman. I don't think so. I think he's a great con artist. But hey,
I mean,
anybody that can build a hotel, not pay the businesses that built the hotel for you, file bankruptcy on the hotel, and then sell the hotel at a loss for his company, but at a profit for another company of his because the hotel kept his name, is a grifter. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, okay, so the Washington Post in the 2016 debates, there was a fact check. Has Trump?
Wait. America no longer the shining city on the hill. You know what? I just want it to remain on the hill, even if it's not shining. The way at the rate that it's going, it ain't even gonna be on the hill once he's done with it. But that's neither here nor there. Go, Dominic. I'm sorry.
But yeah, the Washington Post they did a fact check on the 2016 debate where Clinton said Trump declared bankruptcy 4 or 6 times. And the fact checker is essentially correct, but the statement was from Hillary Clinton: "You've taken business bankruptcies 6 times," and he says, "On occasion, 4 times we use certain laws that are there."
He knows the loopholes.
He knows the loopholes.
He knows the loopholes, and if he doesn't know the loopholes, he's hiring the people who know the loopholes.
Correct.
He's hiring people that knows loopholes, and he's funding the people that are making sure that the IRS doesn't have enough people to prosecute him.
Oh, absolutely.
For using loopholes that are illegal.
Like I said, he does not do anything for the gain of anybody but himself. Nothing. I don't care what it looks like. It might look like, oh, yeah, that's going to help us out. No. The question is, how does this benefit him in some way, shape, or form?
Absolutely. Just like this meme coin is going to benefit him. So the skeptics, when TikTok went down Saturday evening, came back up Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
During that time it went down, that's when he launched the Trump meme coin at 18 cents a coin. Monday morning or Sunday afternoon, it was at $70.
Funny money.
Right. $70 a coin.
Money.
So essentially, he made some millionaires overnight for those who went in and bought it. Sunday evening or Monday morning. Pronounce her name again? The alien.
Melania.
Melania launched her coin because, why not? If
of
the
course.
Husband can do it, why not the wife?
People are stupid. Why not sell them stuff that has absolutely no value?
No value. She launched hers as well. She actually surpassed him at one point. Now she's back down to like $4-6 a coin.
And the Haktua girl is getting ready to go to jail for her coin.
Yeah,
Even though that was
coin too.
Yeah, that it was wrongful though.
She screwed that one up.
Yeah, it got pumped up, and they took the money and left, and she's about to get it.
Well,
She's about
okay.
to get to it.
Expanding that just a little bit. She put her face on a coin that someone else was like, "We're gonna do this," and then they started doing it, and then they stopped doing it, and now she's on the hook for everything that they did because she signed up to put her name on this coin.
So she's not liable.
She's stupid.
Oh yeah, no, she's completely liable, completely, and that's sad.
That is sad.
But look, let's not linger too much on Trump, right? Because we got 4 years of this. Trust me, there will be more Trump.
It'll be another topic for another day.
There will be more Trump. I need to ask, what do you do, or what techniques do you use? What avenues do you use? Right. This is a married life, kids, health question, right? How do you get your teenager to listen?
Easy. Turn off all devices.
Without
You do it.
So easy.
I mean, okay, let me be more clear. How do you get them to listen beyond just being obedient?
I think that's a choice that they have to make regardless of whether, there's nothing that you can do to do that. They have to want to listen.
I think that starts at an early age. It doesn't just start as a teenage. That's something that you literally have to plant or instill in them at a very young and early age.
But here's the thing: they've always said experience is the best teacher, and I can tell you, there's been plenty of times where my dad has told me stuff, and I listen to it, but in the situations where it applies, I can hear him saying it.
Yes.
And it's just like, oh, you know what? He did talk about that. Maybe I shouldn't do that. And I'll be like, you know what? I'm walking away. But I mean, you have to say it. And I guarantee you at some point it's gonna have a ring of familiarity in their heads when that situation arises. Now, whether they choose to listen to it or not, that's totally different. But yeah, you can't make your kids listen.
The reason why I asked is because, not just because I have a teenager, but I was in a TikTok hole, right, a couple weeks ago. One of the TikToks that I listened to talked about how teenagers are wired, historically or genetically or whatever, like during their prime fertile years, like 13 to like 24. The idea is that they don't listen to parents to make them leave like their parents' purview, right? To make sure that there's no inbreeding. So parents automatically become dumb during those times, right? And so you can give them information, but they're not going to listen simply because like our genetics is wired so that we don't look within our tribe for stuff. We have to look outside, and the best way to do that is to make our parents seem dumb, right? But then after you get like 25, 26, 27, you realize your parents weren't dumb, and now everything that they said becomes wisdom, right? And so I am experiencing that now. I have the benefit of having a community that can echo the things that I say, right? And I participate in a community that echoes things that other parent friends that I have say, right? Like there's something to be said about having a parenting community that can back up what you're saying with their own experience, right? It's like getting the information from another source makes all the difference in the world. Right. So
no, absolutely. Yeah,
that sort of thing.
I try to do that with my oldest. My wife was telling me that they are wired differently, especially this generation, number one, and just being kids in general. You have to figure out the kid and his or her style of learning, and you have to present it to him in that manner or fashion, regardless of whether you know how to present it. You have to figure out a way to present it to them that they in a way that they can digest it. And that's been the hard part, especially with my oldest, because man, I love the kid. Kid is slow at times, but yet his grades are stellar. And I can't for the life of me reconcile the two. Like, my son has zero common sense. Zero. Absolutely zero. I love him, but he has
Wait. When you told him the trash was in his room, he did take it and put it in the trash can, right?
I assume so. I didn't walk outside with him to verify.
So he does have some common sense. He didn't just leave it in his room.
Yeah, but also common sense would have said, this is part of my chores. Let me go ahead and do that before I leave.
I mean, he could be considered absent-minded. I don't know.
Again, I feel like y'all making me sound like I'm a monster of a parent.
No. It's just
so you from what I'm getting, and this is my opinion, you guys do a little more gentle parenting.
Right. Not that I want to.
Mm-mm.
I put it like this. Not that I want to.
It's not gentle. It's not gentle. It seems gentle from the stories that we choose to tell on the internet,
or the way that it's carried out. But honestly, I'll play psychological games with my kids all day if you really want to.
Okay, I'm not doing that. I'm more of the not aggressive hands-on approach,
right?
But I'm aggressive speaking approach.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, vocally. And every child at one point in their life is going to test their parent.
Yeah.
At any point in life, and it's going to happen throughout their life. They've tested me countless times, and they've always lost.
Wait a minute. Why we got to talk in this? Why we have to talk in terms of wins and losses?
There's a
it was like, hey, they ran up on me, and I laid them down, yo.
I keep telling them gravity is against them.
Oh, okay. Okay. So now I'm with you. I'm with you. Let me tell you why. Once a month, I try to body slam everybody in my house. Literally, I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to put you down. Simply because I need to make sure everybody understands the pecking order around here.
Yeah. Okay?
Now, I don't body slam my wife. I might just pick her up because she be forgetting sometimes. Like, we be talking, she be talking all breezy. I'd be like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let us be clear. Let us be clear. But the mother three, I'll pick him up, and I just throw him. The big one too. Now he's kind of harder to pick up, but I mean,
but it's still possible.
He needs to understand that there's such thing as grown man strength that he's not ready for.
That is very true. See, I have a tendency of just tripping. I let gravity do the work. Tripping.
I'm sorry, what? Huh? Wait.
Just put your big toe
back of their leg
and just trip them. Let gravity do the work.
That's fair.
So you're a habitual tripper? You're just out here clipping people's legs and stuff? People can't even walk around you?
Hey, I didn't put hands on you. You lost your footing. Yeah.
It's true.
This man said that's between you and gravity.
My son, he's going to weight training and stuff now. So he's getting a little bigger. He's getting a little muscular. But I still have to show him, like, you don't have hands, and same, like, you don't have grown men. Granted, you have muscles, but you don't have strength yet. You have to figure that. And I'm like, you'll figure out. But
hey man, you got boxing gloves?
No, I need to get some.
Hey man, I'm here to tell you right now, Dominique, probably don't want to get the boxing gloves.
Why?
I'm gonna tell you from experience. You got grown man strength, but he's got teenage reflexes. And at some point,
I've seen his reflexes. I don't know about that.
Hey, at some point you get caught, and you know.
That's fine. Yeah, but I expect that. That's the thing about it. It's not that I don't expect it. I expect to get caught like once or twice. But unlike him, I've got wisdom and years on my side. Like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm not doing that again.
Okay.
Not only that, but once the old man's strength connects and you make contact, he's gonna remember.
You better connect first. That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
Sam. I remember when Sam was your son's age, and we've had boxing gloves for almost 10 years now. Like, I keep boxing gloves, and so we I taught my kids how to throw a punch because that's what you like. My daughter knows how to throw a punch. well, right? They all know how to throw a punch, but you got to know how to take a punch, right? So we do like a round, right? A 4-minute round. Do like once a month, once, twice a month, just to make sure they know what they're doing, right? Sam was about 13 the first time he hit me, and I was like, I'm gonna have to knock you out. You got to go down. You got. We was. I mean, you get your guards up. Right. And he was trying to take it seriously, right? And I was like, okay, whatever. I'm not worried. You're 13. What am I supposed to? And so, tat, we tagging each other. And then he hit me, and then I moved because I'd be ducking and bobbing and weaving, right? And then he caught me. I don't know if he meant to catch me, but he caught me. And you know that thing you do when you run into something or you hit something and you go, whoa, wait a minute. Because your brain is still processing what happened. That's what happened. I was like, okay. See, what's about to happen now? You brought this on yourself. you brought this on yourself. Shoot. Yeah, no. Get the gloves. You know what? For content, get the gloves.
Be interesting.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking doing like the MMA gloves, not necessarily boxing.
No, you want to get the boxing.
Boxing. You want the boxing?
Yeah, you want to get the boxing gloves. Trust me, because you get the MMA gloves. You might end up being blood. You have to hit people hard to get blood in with the MMA gloves. No, I'm serious. Like I hit my kids, and I used to lightly tap them in the face. But no, seriously, like this is boxing. I need you to understand that when your head is in the wrong place, this is what happens. And I'm not gonna hit you hard, but I'm gonna hit you like, you're gonna feel it. Like you're gonna go, oh, if he was really swinging, that would really hurt. That sort of thing. Yeah, I don't need to be out here thinking that you can't get hit in boxing, no, or in fighting. No. Yeah. You know exactly.
I mean,
where you could get hit.
I'm curious. My son has been in, and I think I remembered. I told the last year. At the end of the school year, my son got into a fight. It wasn't necessarily his fault. But I'm curious. I am curious because he says he didn't lose. He didn't lose that one. I'm like, what is didn't lose? I mean, I wasn't there, so I don't know. He says he was defending himself, so it's like I'm curious.
From a wordsmith perspective, he didn't say he won, right? And he didn't say he lost. He said he didn't lose, which means he lost. That's what that means. That's what that means.
I'm curious.
Let's be clear. He lost. It's okay. It's all right.
It could be a draw.
No, he'd have said it'd a draw. We just faced up. No. He said I didn't lose. That means he lost. It might not have been bad, but he still lost. It's okay. I know how they talk.
Yeah, like I said, I'm curious, so I might try and find some gloves.
I might actually take that advice too.
Hey, I'm very proud of my daughter for learning. Like she knows how to do some things, right? Because I need for you to be able to carry yourself in a situation in case you ever there. Like I need for you to hit like a man.
Yeah.
If you ever need to hit a man, I know that you know how to do it and where to do it, right? Right. That way, you can walk away and come tell me, and I come finish the job.
Yeah. I think the only child that I'm not worried about is my youngest.
It's always the youngest. They're always crazy.
We've done a great job raising the others, but that last one, dude, he makes it look like I know I'm gonna get calls from school about him. I'm just gonna.
Is he wild?
Slightly, but also he's just him. Like it's one of those where I'm gonna get a call from the school and I'm gonna be like, yeah, he probably did do that. You're right.
Yeah, he did that.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I mean, we all know he's gonna get away with it, and we all know why, but we're not gonna say it. We're gonna let it ride. That's the inside joke. If you don't know, you gotta watch past episodes. Like Dummy's kid, he gonna get away with everything. He gonna do it. He gonna get away with it.
Yeah, we got an 800 credit score right now.
800 right now. Then they can go buy a Tesla at -2% interest rate. That boy ready.
Like, yeah, they gonna say he gonna be like, Mr. Goins, he did such and such. Be like, yep, that sounds about right. Do I need to get him to, or like, what's up? Like,
no, they're gonna be like, no, we just called you because we had to apologize because we stopped everything, and he said he didn't do it, so clearly he didn't do it. So we're just letting you know that we called the other parent to let the other parent know that their kid was in the wrong. So you're good.
Last thing, no one is a lawsuit on their hands. So
yeah. Shoot. Oh man. Oh, I had this very interesting experience a couple weeks ago. I was explaining. I had two experiences. I was telling my kids things about my life. All right. So the one thing that I regret that I didn't do with my father that I'm trying to do now is learn about his life, right? Like the things, like his lived experiences, not the stuff that I was alive for, but the stuff that was before me, right? Like I want to know these things that you did. And so, I mean, because I don't know them, like I end up asking questions that gets him to talk about these things. But with my kids, I'd be telling them because some of these stories are freaking great. But I thought to myself, is like, what conversations should I like be documenting with my wife? Like we started talking about the prompt from last week. We started talking about that, and we started talking about all of the things that we've experienced, right? Last week's prompt was, what's the brokest thing you've done, right? And one of the things that we didn't talk about on air is I got all my friends to move my entire apartment from the 3rd floor from Greensboro to Charlotte for 4 boxes of pizza and 3 Coca-Colas. That's one of the brokest things I've ever done, right? But we were talking about it, and we were thinking about all the richness of experiences that we've had and the roller coaster of a life that we've had. And I was like, man, I'm gonna set up so I can like document some of this stuff so like my kids can know these things, right? And it made me think, well, what conversations do we need to preserve for our kids, for ourselves, because we forget them if we don't talk about them,
right?
And for our kids. So I'm working. Yeah, yep. Dad, tell me your story. Yep. Mom, tell me your story. That one for your mom and dad. I was thinking about sending it to my parents.
Yeah, I plan on buying it and sending it to my dad too. Like, hey, I mean, because it's interesting because it'll give them something to do that does preserve their legacy in such a way. Because one of the things that I did was I went down a rabbit hole with ancestry.com for me, and learning about who's who, who's connected to what, because at some point we're going to have a gap that nobody knows because nobody sat down and told at least somebody of the next generation. So in that way they can put it somewhere. And, my aunt was the one from my mom's side. So, I talked to her extensively and got that history and put it in ancestry.com. And now it's there. So then also I helped my wife's side of the family kind of document that, theirs as well. And like, it's pretty crazy. Like I can on my mom's side, well, on my side, I can go back maybe 4 to 6 generations and see who's what, like all my cousins and how they're my cousins, who's who, until I got to my set of cousins, like third cousins that married each other. And that was slightly weird.
Tennessee? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I should have said that.
But yeah, no, it's I definitely understand it. And I think
wait, hold on. Jason, you got a question. I can see it in your face.
What is it?
I got some cousins that like third cousins that married each other, and I think they knew about it too.
Maybe they're Targaryen.
We listen and we don't judge. We listen and we don't judge.
No. I've been doing this with my cousins, and then at some point when I got of age, my aunt was like, "Yeah, these cousins married each other." I was like, "Huh?"
Dude, we all got stories. We all have crazy family stories, man. Don't feel bad.
No, I don't feel bad because I mean it's not
but
me.
Why?
Man, you can't pick who you love. Okay.
Sometimes your cousins be fine, man.
There's like 7.8 billion people in the world. You gotta find their cousin.
Maybe I mean that's sometimes just about who you're around the most. Look, I don't know how far that goes, but whatever. I mean, if it helps, Ancestry.com says I'm like for my third and fourth cousins, it's like 1% shared DNA. So whatever. I guess I don't know. I know it's not me. So whatever.
All right.
Ooh, all right.
We got like 17 minutes. What do we want to tackle in these 17 minutes? Because we got to get off this cousin train.
Quickly.
Get off this cousin train. We got to get off this cousin train fast.
What are you guys watching these days? What are you guys watching? I'll tell you what I've been watching lately. The Rookie.
Ooh, okay. I hear it's pretty good.
Sam tells me that that's really good.
It's good. It's good. I just started season 3 today. It's really good. It's really good. Yes.
Okay.
It's worth a watch. It's definitely worth a watch.
You don't make me watch this.
Not to get sidetracked, but gentlemen, if your significant others into Marvel, Captain America,
Brave New World.
Thank you. It's coming out for Valentine's Day.
That's exactly where we're going.
You can get pre-orders
I'm
now.
gonna get my show. My wife's gonna take a nap.
Huh?
I'm sorry, say again?
Yeah, for some reason my wife can't stay. She can't stay awake during Marvel movies. She goes to sleep. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
So you're gonna go see it, and she's going with you, right?
She's gonna go with me. She's just gonna fall asleep.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Valentine's Day is on a Friday too?
Yes. So you can actually certain cinemas you can go ahead and buy your tickets.
Thursday. Yeah. I need to do that.
I strongly advise that you do it earlier. Sooner better than later.
Yeah.
But anyway, what you guys watching?
I'm guiding my wife through Game of Thrones. We are on season 5, soon to be season 6. Yeah, believe me, she's never seen it, and because she watches like Bridgerton and a lot of these other stuff, I was like, I mean, you can watch Game of Thrones. She was like, really? I was like, yes, and we started, and especially when she got like the red wedding, and
of course,
and she was hot. She was like, why you ain't tell me blah blah. I was like, I couldn't. Why would I tell you that? Why would I spoil that for you?
Social contract. We can't. You got to experience it just like everybody else.
Yes. When you get to the Battle of the Bastards.
Oh, I think she's been watching it at least today without me. She's been feeling sick, so I forgive her for that. And I think she may have gotten to that probably while we've been.
You should have definitely recorded her reaction for that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so it's been interesting because I get to rewatch, but then now I'm the guy like, hey, this is kind of what's gonna happen here. Hey, you might want to watch this because this is really important. But then it's funny because my wife, she's one of those people where she asked the question right before they explain it. And I have to sit there just like, I'm not gonna tell you that. And same with like when we go watch a movie that none of us seen, she's asking questions. I'm like, we're both seeing this for the first time, so I don't know the answer to that either. But if we continue watching, I'm sure they'll explain that.
But she comes to you for answers, Dominique. That's amazing.
You're right.
She trusts your knowledge and all of that good stuff.
She does. But sometimes I just want to watch the thing.
But I don't know. I walked in here with you. Sorry, I don't know. I don't know. I would like to know. We're gonna find out together at the same time.
I'm trying to. Oh, hey.
Aww. Still kicking. Aww. Wanted some attention?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was whining too. I had to text my wife. She was like, I was like, I know. I could hear him whining. Like, dude, calm down.
What is it? So when he's whining, what does he want?
Attention.
Okay. I mean,
it's bedtime. That's why.
Attention entail.
What he's doing right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Rub my head.
Yeah. She's an old lady. She knows it's at bedtime.
Oh.
Nice.
Is that good? Let me go. Okay.
I love it. I love it.
Oh,
I love it.
Sorry, I apologize.
No, you good. Hey, look. Hey, dog people. Dog people are to be trusted.
I'm definitely a dog person.
Yeah. You know what? I wanted to be a cat person at one point in my life, and then I met a cat,
I know he
and
said
I was like,
I don't understand people who get cats. Like, why would you intentionally buy, or why would you bring into your family a family member that feels that they don't need you?
it's what's the word I'm looking for here? It's called glutton for punishment. That's what it is.
Yeah,
I've never met a cat that was nice
like you're purposely
more than 30% of the
you're
time.
purposely bringing in an animal that does not care for you.
you gotta let me go.
That thinks they're smarter than you. Yeah.
And it's like, what are you doing here? It's like, I pay the bills here. That's what I'm doing here. Like completely autonomous.
Mm-hmm.
No, I need something that needs me, and I need it. Like it's a mutual transaction here.
Cats need you. They know they need you to clean their kitty litter.
That's it. Yes, that is it.
They got AI.
Or hey, where's my food?
Yeah.
Cat people.
Well, yeah. Let's see. Hey, I'm watching The Pit on Max. It's actually pretty good. I watch it because I used to love ER back in the day, and it's kind of like ER, but a little bit more grounded. It's pretty cool.
How old is this show?
3 episodes.
No. How old is it?
What do you mean?
Like it's current. It's
Yeah.
oh, okay. All right, cool. Okay.
Well, you trying to
Not
throw
as old as
shade?
ER.
Wait a minute. We trying to throw shade?
No, I'm just
What do you mean? How old is the show? Like, what do you mean?
Because you said it's like it's ER or whatever. I was like, oh, okay, all right. Well, how old is this? Is this a rewatch?
It's like ER. It is an ER. Listen.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Listen. Okay. All right. You want to throw shade? All right, Mister. I haven't seen The Wire. Okay. All right, Mister. I haven't seen The Wire.
Hey,
Wait.
haven't seen it either.
Wait. Let me ask you this. I know you haven't seen The Wire. Have you seen 24?
Yes.
All right.
I have seen 24. That was actually a decent show.
So wait a minute. So when 24 came out, you watched 24, but you didn't watch The Wire?
I didn't watch 24 as it was
That's right. I forgot. I'm older than you. Moving along.
And RTV was different.
Jack Bauer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do need to I need to watch the most recent episode of Special Forces, but it's interesting. So what's interesting is after watching the one with Cam Newton, like the talk about him jumping into the helicopter has really like blown up. Like
because the helicopter is not supposed to do that when you jump onto it. It's a helicopter.
True.
Then
but
again,
him being able to jump, like honestly, out of everybody on that show to complete that, I was not worried about him or Golden Tate. Like, okay, yeah, they should be able to do that.
Yeah.
Like
people forget.
This is natural. As an athlete, you should be able to do that.
Yeah. Certainly.
So it's just weird. I guess it's just the fact that, watching him jump onto a helicopter. And yeah, and like he actually almost took it down.
I mean, look, man, that man will forever have my respect physically. That man got into an accident in his pickup truck, broke a vertebrae, and played the next week.
Yeah.
I
remember that. I remember that.
This man is.
Speaking of accidents, here in Charlotte.
Why you have to look over your shoulder? What'd you do?
Here in Charlotte, this yesterday morning, there was an accident where a truck that was carrying 40 cows turned over on I-77 going to 85, right? Carrying 40 cows. It's funny to me. I don't know why, but they said like a good majority of cows were mortally wounded. And I was like, I don't know why that's funny to me, but it's just like, what?
So they like their milk shaking, not stood.
Oh my God.
Hey, it's hamburger meat. Like, steaks.
Oh, the cows died.
Huh? Yeah, mortally wounded. Yeah.
Mortally wounded.
Oh shoot, they're dead.
You want me to pick you up one?
Yeah.
like I read that, and I was just like, that is the most Charlotte thing ever. Like, how? Like,
No,
why?
the most Charlotte thing ever is seeing black people ride Clydesdales up and down Beatty's Ford.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Well, one of our friends, he owns a bunch of horses, and he's
Yeah,
not far from there. So it's
yeah. Charlotte has a very large African American community that rides horses.
yeah,
Like
Clydesdales though?
yeah,
they're not actual Clydesdales.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. They're
I
over
have
here.
the picture on my phone. I'll send it to the group chat.
I mean, that surprised me a little bit. I've been to parades where they have horses,
Look,
big ones.
Charlotte is such
Clydesdales are a specific,
Yes.
very large horse.
Yes.
Charlotte is such a diversity. Like whatever you fancy, there's something somewhere around here for it. I guarantee you.
Absolutely.
Like when I joined the motorcycle club scene, I did not even realize how big of a thing that was and what happened when I went to bed at night until I started riding motorcycles and hanging around the MC scene. It is absolute chaos.
Oh, do tell.
Another day.
No, we got like 12 minutes, man. We got 9 minutes. We need some filler here. I would really like to know.
Well, okay. So,
Nice.
well, me and my wife, we decided to get into the motorcycle club scene and ride bikes and whatnot. And it's just like these gatherings and these parties that they have. Like, there's at least over 200 motorcycle clubs, like 150 social clubs. It's insane, and they all have their own hierarchy of who's on top and who has what territory. It's a whole thing.
Who has what territory?
Yes.
What are you, Sons of Anarchy?
I was about to say.
So, okay, a lot of people, there was a lot of flack for that show, but it's only because a good majority of it is true.
Oh, really?
The way that they operate, the way that they do stuff, like essentially when a new motorcycle, like if you want to create your own motorcycle club, you and like 5 guys, you have to know who's over your region of where you want to set up this motorcycle club, and you have to go talk to them and tell them what it's about, what makes yours so different, and they have to approve it.
Rico. Oh, sorry.
So it's like Biker Boys.
That's yes. After getting into that world, watching that movie again, I was like, oh crap, that was okay. So it is a lot like that. Yes.
No, it doesn't matter if you are a chopper or a street bike.
No, not normally. That's internal. Like if you want to do that, that's fine. But overall, they don't approve you or disapprove you based on that. You just have to come with something very different. And they have to like it. And if you go to one, you can't go to another one and pitch that because they talk.
So what happens if you just go ahead and create the club?
They will show up at one of your events or whenever, and whatever, and shut you down.
Shut you down how?
You can't talk about that on the air.
Right.
Are you serious?
That much I do know.
Oh. I got a question. Did they make you get pineapple tattoos too?
Oh my God. Stupid.
Yeah.
No.
I'm just curious.
But I mean, even before you can put on your vests and whatnot, you have a probationary period that your club is on. So the most you can do is wear a T-shirt with your logo, because you have to submit to them your logo, all of that.
Wait a minute. So
you get your cut.
So wait a minute. So if I want to start a biker club, I got to join an association.
Essentially.
And be subject to their rules.
Essentially.
It's kind of like a fraternity.
Essentially.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a whole thing.
Instead of stepping, you on motorcycles.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It's a whole thing. And then if you
only difference is if I want to start a fraternity, I can start one.
Well, and then like if you wanted to expand, like let's say you wanted to, have that same club somewhere else, You got to talk to the same people that you talked to before, and they have to approve it.
Place.
At the other place.
Yeah, that stands to reason. That's logical.
And then they have these things that are kind of your support clubs that you represent them. You can have your club, but you represent them.
You got to pay dues to this organization.
Yes.
Oh, so this is racketeering. Got it. Go on.
No, it's just like I said, it's interesting. But they have like a ton of parties. They do a lot of community service. Like I said, on any given weekend,
of course they do.
On any given weekend, there's at least 2 or 3 parties. I don't care what weekend you think it is. And then you have like out of state parties that you go to. So I think I've been as far as like Georgia. At Atlanta, we've gone there for a party. They and they'll go there in one night. Like you ride down there, party, blah 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 blah, and then come right back, like right afterwards.
So, are you still an active member, or are you disassociated?
I mean, I'm not in that anymore. It's just I do know people that's still in it, and every once in a while I'll pop up and say, "Hey, what's up? How's everything going?" But other than that,
do you miss it?
Not really. It's late nights, man. Late nights. Oof.
So what he's saying is you're getting older.
That's exactly what he's saying. I can't hang
like I used to. I can't hang. Exactly.
Young man's gang.
No, we'll file it under that. It's just I don't. But then also sometimes those nights, you got people who have a little too much to drink. Then you got to figure out, like, you got to babysit them. How they're gonna get home. They rode their bike and all this other stuff, and then somebody might have gotten pulled over, arrested. It's like babysitting children.
Herding cats.
Pretty much.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't think we were gonna go there. That's ooh.
That's something.
Yeah. It's just it's a lot. I mean, it's like anything that has its enthusiasts. There's always rules, because you have car clubs that kind of do the same thing too.
I'm sorry, what?
Not to that level though, not to the extreme.
Yeah, not to the extreme. But you have car clubs that do essentially the same thing.
Yeah.
Whew, I need to get more back. I need to get back into anthropology. All right. Bro.
Oh, you need help, man.
Anyhow, thank you guys for watching and listening. We want to, of course, thank our audience at Carolina Storm Radio for being patient with us, right? Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to hit us up, FearTheHive1155 on YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter, Blue Sky, everywhere. We bought all the names. Make sure to listen during the day for Carolina Storm Radio. Reggie's got some really cool mixes during the day. If you're listening, it's better than Spotify, at least in my opinion. I'm Steve. We got Dom and we got Jason. Thank you guys for watching and for listening. We will see you here next week. We're out.
Be blessed.